What I'm doing right now is just using the Tresemme as pre-cleanse. I'm just going to put it on my hair. I'm not going to leave it in my hair for any period of time. I just wanted to use it as a cleanser. And we shall go wash it out now. I wanted to come back and just show you that, I washed the, with the Tresemme Naturals, but I also somehow wanted to use my Giovanni's leave-in to cleanse right after. I think I just used the Tresemme to remove most of the dirt and old gel that was in my hair, and I decided to put in the Giovanni's Direct Leave-In. It makes my hair feel so soft. It's so easy to detangle, even with my fingers. I just put it in there. I haven't even tried my wide tooth comb yet or my Tangle Teaser yet. Okay, this is just a little test for me. What I did was I washed out the Giovanni's leave-in, direct leave-in conditioner, and I put in the Smooth as Silk. I wanted to see the difference. What I noticed is that the Giovanni's direct leave-in is nice, but after you finish detangling, it feels as if you have nothing in your hair. As you can see, the Smooth as Silk, after applying it to my hair, is a lot thicker than the direct leave-in. I put just as much of this in my hair as I did the direct leave-in. The direct leave-in started to be absorbed in my hair, or removed from my hair. Either way, I'm assuming my hair was absorbing it, and a lot faster than this Smooth as Silk. And I was kind of sorry that I detangled with my Giovanni's leave-in, because by the time I was done, it was almost just gone. And I'm noticing that's not the case with this. It is sticking to my hair. And the reason you may ask, why didn't I use my fingers to detangle? Well, sometimes my fingers, they just take too long to go through my hair. And I really don't, I haven't figured out yet the no-nos of why not to use my wide tooth comb. I just feel that the wide tooth comb can grab the pieces of the hair and it pulls it off and it gets stuck on the comb. Just that the finger combing, I think, is something that I can just go back through and remove loose pieces after I've already detangled with my wide tooth comb. And it's a lot faster because, like I said, I get these pieces that are locked together and I have to kind of separate them. Okay, I rinsed the Giovanni's Smooth as Silk out of my hair. I have nothing in there right now. Sometimes people say, oh, I like to see your hair without product. Well, I can't say that this is without product. If I wanted to go out of the house and not put anything else in my hair, well, that's a different story. Because, yes, I'll probably have some of these, like little curls in there. In my hair, yes, they're dry out. So when people say wash and go, I don't think I would ever do that unless I'm on a desert island. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's just that the reason I say that is because if I can't get my hands on any conditioner or some form of something to soften my hair and to keep it from drying out, I might as well just shave my head, just cut all my hair off, because you have to have something on your curls. Or you would have to keep wetting your hair in the water constantly just to soften your hair. The water will soften it, but it will evaporate as well. I decided to come back on and just show you the thickness of the Giovanni's Reconstructor, the Nutrifix Reconstructor. And as you can see, if I stop squeezing, it'll drop at a certain point. Stop squeezing right there. It'll stay there, the thickness of it. But that's just not the only benefit, is that it's thick. It feels good in your hair. Okay, what would I liken it to? Well, it feels so good. My curls are loving it. They're so happy. I kept trying to think of what I can compare it to if I threw lard in my hair. There was nothing else I can compare it to. I couldn't think of anything else. So if you think of something else and you've tried it, share it with me. I love to hear what you think. But anyway, it feels great. I never had lard in my hair before. And someone may say, why don't you just leave that in your hair? I've tried that. It's really, really thick. I don't know if I actually continued to leave it in or I rinsed it out, but I can't remember if I did or I just dried out. I can't remember. That's why I'm doing this. I will remember and you will remember if you watch it. I know I will. I will look back on it. But see in the top when I showed you that there was like frizziness, and it has its own little pattern now. Its own little curl pattern. I still haven't figured out what it is yet. I started the Curly Girl method of doing my hair January, let's just say 14th, difference in the dates. 2011 is when I started that. So I've been off and on with it. I just couldn't figure out in the very beginning, because you're trying to get your hair used to accepting something. It's hard when it's trying to remove all those cones and everything. And I know that the Curly Girl says, you know, use the sulfate to remove, shampoo to remove it, and give it one last go at it to cleanse your hair with it, and then go from there and using the other products. Well, my hair needed more than that. My hair really needed to, you know, it was like clarify. And yes, and I'm sure the book is exactly right what it's saying as far as to do that. But, you know, sometimes you just think something isn't working and then you stop and you just do your own thing. And that's exactly what I did. Instead of giving it time to work. I guess it's because I didn't want to walk around with my hair looking really, really bad, which I did anyway. And I didn't know it looked really, really bad at the time. I thought I was making it look so cute. But it wasn't after I look back on my pictures. And like I said, you'll get a chance to see some of those. I should have just stuck with the Curly Girl method and just go through the bad process and just deal with the looks and other people, like I said, looking at me or saying, you know, some were so sweet. And they said, oh, your hair looks really good. I know a lot of nice people, and yes, they would say that, yeah, because they're sweet. I like that, and I love them for that too. Because what would I do without them if they weren't as kind? But anyway, so like I said, you end up doing what you want to do, and then what you end up doing doesn't really do what it should do. It doesn't work for you either, so why not just stick with it? Yes, we live and learn. This is my third time really trying the Curly Girl method. But I have a problem. I don't quite understand. Yes, I have the book. I read the book, not thoroughly, which I should have. Yes, I know if you're going to try anything, why don't you read what the author says? And read it while you can stay awake in reading it. You know, don't do it while you're watching television and you're working on your computer, which I always end up doing. And I even watched a video that came with it, DVD. I loved it. You can't necessarily say you're comparing your hair to theirs, to whoever's in the video or whoever's in the book or whatever it is. Your hair is your hair. You have to follow the directions and apply them. And she says use botanicals, to shampoos to wash your hair. We really should do that if you want to see what she's talking about. Maybe that, she's researched it and got more information than we have perhaps have done on our own. If you find that's not working for you, then you do your own thing. You find a conditioner that's going to work for you to cleanse your hair. And you keep trying different things, and whatever's going to work for you eventually will, because we're all different. Our hair texture, type of curls we have. Some curls may need a little bit more to get them going. And I was saying when I was washing my hair that my curls are tight in areas and they're loose in areas. This is loose. I mean, look at that. I mean, as I continue to do the curly girl method, it may, curl up a little bit more, and it may not. And you look at a curl back here, and it's tighter. It's a tighter curl. And it may need a little bit more of something else. I don't know. I have to experiment. And when you have that many textures on your hair and your head, there's this one, and there's this texture up here. Who knows what that is? I'm not asking, of course. I'm just, it's a rhetorical question, that is. It's just, how do you tame it? That's the point. Working with your hair and learning how to work with the different textures that you may have in your hair. And I'm sure the curly girl method is going to eventually correct some of those things, and is going to help you manage your hair. But I think what I was saying before is nothing against it, because I actually think it's wonderful. I think it's great. And Lorraine Massey did a wonderful job in helping the curly girl community understand a little bit more about their hair, regardless of their culture, because we all have to deal with trying to manage it.